Hi everyone, I am Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder of WiseUp Communications. We at WiseUp help students and young professionals in upskilling themselves through a series of courses. Today we have with us Heath Shah, an incoming master's candidate for management at Singapore Management University. In this video, Heath is going to share with us his academic profile, the admission process, and his decision to join a Singaporean university as compared to all other countries. So without further delay, let's get started. Hi Heath, thank you so much for joining us today. Could you please tell us something about yourself?
Hi Neha. So my name is Heath and I am from Pune. I've completed my engineering just now in June 2022 from MIT Pune, and I've pursued BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering. And during my undergraduate, I have taken up various leadership responsibilities, participated in a plethora of activities, and also done a couple of internships in both non-tech and tech fields. So all these extracurricular activities as well as all these experiences have led me to understand that where my true potential lies, and I believe that management is something which I want to pursue in my future, and hence I'll be pursuing the MSc in management program from the Singapore Management University SMU this August, and I'll be leaving soon next week.
Wow, fantastic. So happy to hear that. So, Heath, actually, we want to know all about your journey. So when did you start your application process? Which were some of the countries that you applied to? And then finally, why did you decide to join SMU over all other countries and all other universities? So, could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So coming to the application period, I started applying pretty early. So I started applying in, say, last August. That because of COVID, many of the unis had waived off their GRE and the GMAT requirements. So I thought I should take this opportunity and, I was in a better position to apply. Also, I had applied to SMU in Singapore after watching your videos, though. And majorly, I'd applied to the UK universities, and I've got admits from all of the UK universities. So I've applied to a couple of Russell Group universities, which they say in the UK, and also to some of the very renowned universities, which have their MIM program has a very high ranking in the QS World Ranking Frame. So I've got into Cranfield University, Bristol, Bath, then Cass, and also Leeds, Manchester, and
Wow.
Birmingham. The major
Oh,
of the unis
amazing.
I had cracked. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, I can see that you had offers from so many other universities. So why did you choose to go for SMU over all these UK universities? What made you choose this university?
Okay, so I'm not flattering, but one of the reason was your videos. Definitely, because I think in my geographical location in Pune and Mumbai, majorly people are not so used to taking Singapore as their study abroad destination. Like all of my friends today are going to the United Kingdom or to the US or Canada.
Correct.
So
I
I
agree.
wasn't even sure that such kind of opportunity exists in Singapore and the Southeast Asian region.
Mhm.
But because of you and also to a few other YouTubers, I got to know about unis in the Singapore region, that is NUS,
Mhm.
NTU, and SMU. So NTU does not have an MIM program, so that was
Mhm.
out of my option.
Mhm.
NUS does provide a program which is named as MSc in Management, but it's more focused and inclined towards people who have taken undergraduate degrees in business and economics. So
Got it.
since I come from a BTech background, I wasn't able to apply to that. Though they say that you can apply, but the chances are pretty slim. And the alumni which I had connected to on LinkedIn told me that the most of the cohort in that class belongs to the BCom and the commerce background people. That was one reason. So only option which I was left with was SMU. Again, SMU, though overall ranking wise, it's not that well ranked globally. But I would say that in the if you consider the specialized university in the field of business in QS World Ranking, it is ranked 12th in the world, and also it's pretty well renowned in the area. I talked to a lot of alumni in Singapore, and they all were like, it doesn't matter whether you come from SMU or NUS, all of them are in the leagues, and definitely you can go forward with any of them. And just, it's a very great university to be in. Now the second region differentiating factor where I took up Singapore and not the UK was major reason was that most of the unis in the UK which I had got admits into, they were far from any urban area, such as they were not in London or any big cities. They were small towns, university towns. And what I feel is that if I'm choosing a degree such as MSc Management or MBA, that's my personal thinking. I think if you are in a region of where all the industry resides, such as in Singapore, which is a very urbanly developed city, and you have all of the big companies and everything flourishing there. It provides you with a great network opportunity, and I think network is something which is very important in degrees such as management and business. So I wanted to leverage that, and I want to take up what Southeast Asia offers. And as I think that now the Southeast Asian region is booming. If you see China, Cambodia, Vietnam, all these regions are booming rapidly. And I think we should leverage this opportunity. And so I chose Singapore over the UK.
Got it. So I think it's a pretty well thought out reason, and some of the reasons that you mentioned were also pretty valid. And yeah, good to hear that you've done so much research before going for Singapore over UK. So happy to hear that. And now, Heath, we'd love to know about the entire application process. So starting with what are the admission requirements? And then after that, when do you start your application, and then step by step what you need to do? And if there's any application fees and any prior degree requirement or subject requirement to go for MIM. So if you could just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So coming to the application requirements, so primarily you have two questions to answer. So I wouldn't say it as a statement of purpose, but rather two short essays, which are 300 words each. So the first question being, I suppose, what will you bring to the program? First question. And the second question will be perhaps how will the MIM program fit your purpose? And how will SMU and MIM help you achieve that? So I guess these are two questions which you have to answer in 300 words. The second would be the reference letters. So there are two reference letters which you present, like either two of them are academic or one professional, one academic will work. An undergraduate degree in any discipline is fine. So they work with any discipline. So that was one major part where I was given the opportunity to apply to a management program. Then coming to you have English language requirements. Like now it depends. Some of them are being given they are given a condition to give IELTS or TOEFL, but for me it was waived off. Then coming to the aptitude test, you can either apply to the GRE, to the GMAT, or the SMU 80. So I took the liberty to take SMU admission test, that is SMU 80, and that was about me.
So how do you go about that? Because not many people know about the SMU admission test.
I mailed the SMU team regarding this question, that what is SMU 80 all about? And so they gave me certain aptitude links to practice. So within 2 weeks, I was ready to give the exam, and it was all about it. It has 2-3 sections which are similar to the GRE, but I wouldn't say as competitive as GRE, but it's quite easy, and you can, complete it in the required stipulated time. So all good with that.
Got it. So it's an online test. And secondly, is there any fees for it?
Yeah, so it is an online test, and I suppose the fees for it was 125 Sing dollars.
Okay, got it. So it's still pretty cheap when we compare it to the GRE examination, I would say. Yeah, 125 Sing dollars would be around 6,000 rupees, roughly converted. Yeah?
Correct.
Okay. Understood.
And coming to the admission fees part. So I didn't give any application fees, as I had attended few of their information sessions. And so what they do is they give you a waiver if you attend their information sessions. And so you get $100 Sing dollar waiver. And so you can save on that by attending these info sessions.
Fantastic. That's good to hear. And I think that's a great tip for other people. Like not only do you get information about SMU, but you also get that application fee waiver, right? So it's like a win-win situation. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that, Heath. And now coming to my next question. So Heath, what do you think stood out in your application? Because we can see that there were a couple of requirements, right? So what do you think stood out that helped you get that admission in SMU?
So I guess firstly, it would be the obviously I wouldn't deny, but it's the true fact that the undergraduate scores do matter. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I think. So I had a good CGPA, so that
Okay.
helped. Secondly, the my extracurricular activities. So if I tried on different things, I did technical internships as well as non-technical internships, and also took up various positions of responsibility. Now, this responsibility positions definitely help, as they, I think they filter out that what impact this person has made in his undergraduate year. And since it's
Right.
a pre-experience program, the undergraduate part makes the big chunk out of it, as there is no work experience to show. So I guess
Correct.
this was two things I think which showed out.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. So Heath, coming to our last and final question, any advice that you'd like to give to other students who are applying to Singapore-based universities?
Coming to that, I would say that research is very important. Connect to the alumni of that university, ask them questions, and they really help us. Like if we feel that it's not possible, but it's definitely possible, connect through LinkedIn. So research is very important. Yeah, that's the tip which I would like to give.
All right. So thank you so much, Heath. Thanks for that. And thank you for joining us today in the interview. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Neha. Thanks a lot.